Good afternoon all, and just welcome to this quick video. I just fancy doing a video rather than watching 2011 WWE, because 2011 WWE at the moment is absolutely appalling, especially when you're seeing Bret Hart tagging with John Cena to face Roberto Rodriguez and Alberto Del Rio. After having a wonderful summer of punk, we've now come to this. Great. Ridiculous, isn't it? So, I am absolutely dreading tonight, I'm not going to lie. Only from a usual pessimistic point of view that whatever I touch essentially fails miserably. So, unfortunately, I'm expecting Benrahma to do fuck all, Tony to do fuck all, and then Rashford and Fernandes to come through, and Shaw to come through with whatever, because the majority of people own these particular individuals. But with my differential rivalry on Jason, and the fact that he's got Buemo against my Tony, like I say, I just expect Tony to do jack shit tonight. And the fact that a good FPL player in Dread FPL sold Tony for Ferguson, and Ferguson came through with 7 points. Clearly he knows something that we don't. It's very unlucky that he didn't play at the weekend against Brentford, ironically, and yet he still comes through with 7 points in one game after last night's 2-0 victory against Bournemouth. And yeah, I mean, I watched the second half of the Chelsea-Liverpool game, and I wanted to blow my brains out. That was absolutely fucking awful. I mean, how Chelsea didn't win that game? Well, no, fuck that. I know why Chelsea didn't win that game. It's because they do not have anybody that can put the ball in the back of the net. Havertz plays anywhere but up front. João Felix plays anywhere but up front. And I don't even know the other third attacking player is, because Chelsea were absolutely abysmal last night. They were awful. I mean, Liverpool weren't exactly putting up a particular great fight either. But that's like the 50th draw in a row that's been 0-0 between these two, would you believe? I mean, in all seriousness, it's just absolutely crazy, and I'm just looking at it here. My player, Havertz, got the worst rating of the starting 11. Worst rating of the starting 11. In fact, the substitutes in Gallagher, Sterling and Mudryk were 0.1 less than Havertz, who played the full 90 minutes. Liverpool players, on the other hand, the worst rated players were Firmino, Jones. Yeah, Firmino and Jones at 6.2, Havertz 6.3. And yeah, that goal that was disallowed, yeah, rightly so. But it's just typical that the player that I have, that's a massive differential, the ball would have to bounce off his arm. It could have hit anywhere, but it comes off his fucking arm. It's the same with, if for argument's sake, when he was put through, it's like Gary Neville said, rather than taking it to the left and then putting it past Alisson, nah, this is a striker that just has no confidence, almost miscontrols the ball, and then tries to dink it over Alisson. Obviously it gets saved, and then it's back out, it hits his arm in. And once I just heard Gary Neville say, oh, wait a minute, Chelsea fans aren't going to like this, it looks like he's hit his arm. I'm just like, it's just unfucking-leathable. Fucking ridiculous. But, yeah, the only good thing that came out of last night's games, the only good thing was the fact that Leicester lost and Maddison didn't score in that game or get any attacking returns in the one goal that they did score. It was Harvey Barnes and Faz assisting Barnes. But yeah, tonight's games are really horrible to call. I mean, I'm already predicting the Newcastle double sheeters coming through. I mean, officially I'm going 1-1. The history does suggest a 1-1. The last two have ended 1-1. There's only been one clean sheet in the last 6, and that was back in 2020 when Newcastle won 2-0. I mean, this game has got 0-0, 1-1, or 1-0, 2-0 to Newcastle. West Ham were, again, terrible against Southampton. They were fucking terrible. And again, the one player I had in that game, Ben Rama, one of the worst rated players by whoscored.com. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. But the last 6 fixtures, or more specifically, the last 2 that have been played at West Ham have been a 2-0 victory to Newcastle and a 1-1. The 4 at Newcastle, 2-2, 3-2 Newcastle, 4-2 West Ham, 1-1. So, yeah, it's not looking great. And the fact that at home as well, West Ham are... Well, there's a reason why these teams are bottom of the table, isn't it? And in West Ham's case, you know, when your home form reads as follows, once this laptop stops fucking around, you've got 1-6, drawn 3, lost 5, scored 18, conceded 14. To be fair, they're 12th in the table for home fixtures. Last 6 fixtures, lost 1, drawn 1, drawn 1. So tonight, draw. Because Newcastle, on the other hand, away from home, 4th in the table, 1-5, drawn 6, lost 2, scored 18, conceded only 10. 1, drawn, lost 1. Those 6 fixtures for West Ham, going back to when they lost to Brentford 2-0, beat Everton 2-0, drew with Chelsea 1-1, beat Nottingham Forest 4-0. They then drew, you guessed it, 1-1 with Aston Villa. They beat Southampton 1-0. Whereas Newcastle, away from home, their last 6 fixtures, they beat Leicester 3-0. They drew 0-0 with Arsenal, 0-0 with Crystal Palace, 2 London teams, 1-1 with Bournemouth, 2-0 to Man City, and they beat Nottingham Forest 2-1. I'm personally just hoping West Ham score tonight and wipe out the clean bloody sheet. I can't take another Trippier 12-pointer, 9-pointer, 15-pointer, whatever, because he gets an assist in a 1-0 win. Or even a goal, but usually it's an assist with Trippier. I can't deal with it anymore. There are some people that have got triple Newcastle tonight. Triple. Defence, that is. But certainly this game, based on those 2 basic stats alone, you're looking at a 0-0, 1-1, or a 1-0 either way. It's essentially, if you're doing some bets tonight, put down under 2.5 goals. Whereas on the other hand, with the Man United game, huge difference. Man United at home, 1-9, drawn 3, lost 1, scored 24, conceded 8. Just conceded 8 goals. Last 6 fixtures, going back to Bournemouth, 3-0 to Man United, 2-1 against Man City, 2-1 against Crystal Palace. They drew 2-2 with Leeds, they beat Leicester 3-0, and they drew 0-0 with Southampton. Brentford, on the other hand, away from home, they like to draw 1-3, drawn 7, lost 4, scored 18, conceded 23. Last 6 fixtures, they've only lost to once. They beat West Ham 2-0, they drew 0-0 with Leeds, 1-1 with Arsenal, they lost to Everton 1-0. They beat Southampton 2-0, and then they drew 3-3 with Brighton. This has got the hallmarks of a 2-3-0, 2-3-1 to Man United. So if you're going to be doing a bet again, put 50p on put £2 worth of 50p bets on 2-0 or 3-0 or 2-1 or 3-1. There's a chance it could be a high scoring draw again, 2-2, but I think Man United have got enough in the tank to just get past Brentford. I'm just, like I said, from a very selfish point of view, I'm just hoping that Tony comes through. Obviously, like a lot of us hoping Rashford comes through with a decent attacking return. And like I said, a lot of his goals, he's scored 11 goals at home this season. He's had quite a few double-digit hauls this season, and I'm just hoping Fernandes comes through with attacking returns as well. And not only that, but I'm hoping that essentially Fernandes gets attacking returns, but not as many as Rashford. Basically, I just want Rashford to outscore Fernandes based on my rivalry with Jason. And then obviously I'm hoping Tony scores, which wipes out the Man United clean sheet. But yeah, it's been a huge game week so far. I've seen branded around on Twitter 120, 100. I mean, looking quickly through the top four of the YouTube chat league. This YouTube chat league is fucking ridiculous. How tight it is. And I'll bring it up on screen right now for you to see. So the YouTube chat league, I'm stating the fucking obvious, is for the guys that participated a lot in the chat, live chat last year. So you've got, she doesn't show up on screen, Matthew Zaishi, that's top. I'll just put his team up on screen. Be easier. Out of respect. So he's on 104 points at the moment, and that's literally what he's got because he didn't take any hits. And he has got Rashford as captain. So tonight he's got Trippier, Shaw, Fernandes, Rashford, Tony. So let's hope. So basically he's got the same players as me. So let's just hope that his luck continues, because he's on 1,916 points. Second spot in Seb Long, who's on 21 points so far, -4, so what's that? 117 points. Bench boost. Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. Captain Matoma, he's on 1,916 points. You've then got No Weak Foot on 1,913 points. Jovan, 1,912 points. So there's 4 points separating the top four. Michael Svedin, 1,904 points. Ayush, 1,901. John Harris, 1,897. This down to David Foster in 10th. The top 10 is covered by 40 points. Exactly 40 points between the top 10. That's crazy. Seb Long, his differentials tonight on Matthew Zaishi are... So Matthew Zaishi's got Fernandes. Fernandes versus Ben Mee and Raya. There we are, there's the fight. There you are, Matthew. So Seb Long, he's got Raya and Ben Mee up against your Fernandes. Then if I look at No Weak Foot, his differentials, 68 -4, so 64. Hasn't played his bench boost. And tonight he's got Rashford only. And he's got he's got Ben Mee. So he's got Ben Mee coming off. He captained Maddison. Fuck. God, that must fucking sting. And then Jovan, 119 points, minus 415. Bench boost, he's got Shaw, Botman, Henry. Wow, he's got a lot of... So who he's actually got playing tonight is Shaw, Botman, Tony, Fernandes, Rashford. He's already had Matoma play, captain. Trippier, Henry and Raya. So basically, if Jovan's luck's in tonight and Brentford get a clean sheet, he's fucking laughing all the way to the bank, because he will most likely could be going top of this YouTube chat league. To equate that to an overall rank for Matthew's iShoes teams up on screen, that's 46,000th. 46,000th. The only way, from my personal standpoint, that I can rise any form of ranks at all is, like I say, if West Ham score tonight and Ben Rama has a say in it. What will make my day is just Ben Rama, even if it means assisting Bowen. Assist Bowen, and I'll just take the assist now. But unfortunately, I don't think, I just have this feeling that Ben Rama blanks tonight, despite the fact at home he's done really, really well. Hopefully he's up for the fight tonight and he gets an assist. That's all I ask. Raya does whatever, and then hopefully, like I said, without sounding like a broken record now, Rashford comes through. We then have Fernandes, Shaw, and Tony. Rashford to come through, Tony to score tonight as well. That'd be fucking great. Yeah, let's go with a 2-1 to Man United. Rashford gets a goal, Fernandes gets an assist, Tony gets the goal for Brentford. That would make my fucking day. I mean that. Yeah. So, what I will say is that for anybody that hasn't listened to it, Elite FPL community member Harry, he was on the Planet FPL podcast today. That was released today. If you live under a rock and you don't know who Harry is, FPL Harry, FPL, formerly FPL Tips, doing exceptionally well at the moment, 1,320th in the world. 1,320th in the world. And I highly recommend anybody going out their way to listen into this specific podcast. It's just James asking some basic questions essentially about what it's like being a content creator and the pressures of being a content creator, etc, etc. It's a 40-minute chat. It's really enjoyable. And like I said on a members video yesterday, I think it was, when your luck's in, and Kepa clean sheet last night, Chilwell clean sheet last night. Obviously had the Trippier points come through the other day. And then, of course, Solanke, if I scroll down to his bench boost, or his bench for his bench boost anyway, not that it makes any difference at all, but Solanke, Botman, and then tonight he's got Henry, Raya, Tony. Like I said, these big players, these good players have all got Tony, and so hopefully it pays off tonight. Tony, he's got Rashford captain, so hopefully that pays off tonight as well. Fernandes, he had Maddison last night. It's unfortunate for him. Shaw, Trippier. So Harry's obviously going to be begging that he gets the attacking returns from these particular differentials. But yeah, let's find out. Obviously we've got, as I'm recording this, it's 6:27 in the evening, just a few minutes away from the Man United team news. I'm expecting it to be as it was. I'm hoping, if I'm honest with you, he won't, but I'm hoping that Martial starts. He won't, but I really hope he does. I think Man United play completely differently when Martial plays. And do you know what? I reckon if Martial plays tonight, I think that Brentford could be in for a really difficult time. I think. If it's Weghorst, fucking... Yeah. Anyhow, as I always say, cheers for the support and everything, and I'll catch you guys for some form of score prediction preview video whenever it is. Preferably with Jason, I hope. See you soon.